have Andrea Thompson, Raine Bradley, Jessica Zimmer. We got New York, and we got Virginia, and we got Delaware represented. I'm from California. And the reason we're having this conversation today is because these three ladies just finished up a NAESP Mastermind Group with people from all over the country. And we want to kind of debrief and talk about it, how to go, if people want to do it in the future, what can they expect? I'm going to start with the godmother, Andrea Thompson, because I think she kind of leads the show. Andrea, what is a mastermind group?
All right, thank you. A mastermind group is an eclectic group of well-minded thinkers. And I say well-minded because sometimes when it's not where people believe that it's just about self-care, but it's where we have educators really ready to implement and co-assess and come back to the table and find problems of practice. And these are people who believe in open and shared practice.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to picture what it looks like. This is virtual on Zoom, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so I'm picturing, there's a principal right now driving down the highway. Maybe they're making dinner, they're listening to this podcast. Maybe they're feeling a little bit on an island, a little bit alone. I remember when I was a principal, I felt a little bit alone. Jessica, you're a principal. Raine, you're an assistant principal currently. I get that feeling sometimes. How does it, Jessica, bring people in? How does it build that community and that connection with this group? What can people expect to get from a mastermind group?
I think the amazing part of it is that, as educators, we always feel like we're on an island, and especially in our own areas. I think we have our own paradigms based on where we live and where we serve as administrators. And there's so much more out there. And to be able to connect with people and to learn from them and to hear diverse ways of thinking, diverse practices really helps you to grow as an educator. And it's a lot of fun because we bond and complain and support each other. And while we're doing that, we also solve problems and focus on those best practices.
Yeah, 100%. Well, you said if people feel like they're on an island, and I would just say everybody listening right now, if you feel like you're on an island, honestly, much love, but that's completely up to you. In 2023, if you're on an island, then you need to do something about it. And NAESP has the resources to help you get off the island. Or if you like your island, to bring some friends to your island, which can be cool, right? I mean, you can still stay on your island and you can be on vacation, but you need to have that connection. Raine, as an assistant principal, your day is different than Jessica's, which is different than Andrea and myself, right? We have all these different jobs. Is it a combination of principals and assistant principals in the mastermind? Or is it like, hey, I'm an assistant principal and I'm aspiring to the principalship? Is it kind of like just even feel like that? Or what can people say? Well, I'm not in that job. Is it for me? I'm just trying to recruit people that are driving across Nebraska right now, or if they're in Kentucky, how can we bring them into this group?
Well, hello there, administrator in Kentucky. I'm so glad that you're listening to us today. It is not, Adam, a separate, this is principal. You're just an assistant principal. We're actually all administrators. And once you get to a certain level, i.e. out of the classroom, out of a teacher's contract, we're all the same.
Yep.
What we do in the moment may differ, but once we become an administrator, so actually in a ESP mastermind is actually for any administrator. It is an amazing opportunity to make this sometimes hard work that we go into it because it's our heart's work, a little more manageable. I know that I looked forward to our Wednesday meetings because I knew that we would start with where are you today? And then we get that off our chest. And then we were able to really just delve into the work that would make our day-to-day. And I don't believe, and I don't want to misspeak for Jessica, but I don't believe I walked away saying, that's just for a principal. I'll just hold that until next year or whenever I'm a principal. I believe that we walked away each time we met, even Dr. A.T., with something that was usable in the moment.
Well, I think it's great that there's a kind of a smattering of jobs because you can learn from different people because maybe you've been a principal for 10 years. Hey, you can learn from somebody that's coming up through the ranks as an assistant principal because they have different experiences or different technology. They worked in a different state, different district. And you're like, oh, wow, I like that perspective. That is a different perspective than what I have. Andrea, I'm thinking about the mastermind and somebody's like, okay, why should I join this? And I'm thinking, what does the mastermind offer? So Raine, you said Wednesdays. What can people expect? Once a month, twice a month, phone calls? Do y'all go to like Cancun and hang out?
Next summer.
Not yet.
Next summer. Okay. What? Hey, NAESP, we need a little budget item to roll. No, come to Nashville if you want to meet your mastermind in person. Come to the NAESP conference, naesp.org. If you're not a member, sign up. It's really great. Andrea, what does the mastermind offer? What does it entail? It's kind of like buying a car. Like, oh, I want this, I want that. What is everything like? What is it if they want to join the mastermind?
When you join the mastermind group, you get an opportunity to put your problems in front of colleagues, those who are walking that journey. You are able to just open up, be free to talk about how you feel, and then you'll be surprised to find that they also had that same experience. And what I love about it mainly is that you're getting ideas and thoughts from everyone, and then you go back and implement, and when you return the following week, you're able to share what happened, you debrief, and everyone is just giving ideas, sharing ideas, running back out to implement. So we co-plan, we co-implement, we co-assess, we co-evaluate, we co-reflect. You have someone who is walking that journey with you to actually do it with you. So if you find that in your school district you're not getting that, Mastermind has that for you. And sometimes you want to share things with people outside of your immediate family. Mastermind does that for you.
Yeah, I love the continuity because I feel sometimes there's like a one-off. I'll call Raine, I got this thing going on, and we'll talk. But when you have that continuity, people start to loop your situation, or they'll think about helping you to solve what you got going on so you can be better for your school and your community and your kids because you're building that relationship looping every week, every month. Okay, I want to role play a little bit. Okay, so I'm Adam. I'm a principal and you all are the mastermind and I'm a part of it. And okay, hey everyone. Hey, it's Adam. So, oh my gosh. Ladies, my third grade team, I just don't know what to do. You know, we've got this new math program and it's very hands-on. There's manipulatives and they just don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. First, second, amazing. Fourth grade, amazing. The articulation was second and fourth. Third grade is on an island. I've met with them. I'm not ready to, go down the discipline route. What can I do? What can I do? So we're going to role play the mastermind because this is what a mastermind can do. We help each other solve problems. Okay, who wants to kick it off? I just put my heart out on the table to the mastermind. I want people to picture what the mastermind can do for them. Jessica wanted, Andrea's starting.
Okay, I'll start that because a lot of times I do a lot of listening, and as I'm listening, I put things in perspective. And once I listen, I say, do you realize that we're dealing with a change issue? So you're moving from one program to another. Let's go back now and think about the way you presented that change to them. Look to see if you looked at all aspects. What is it that you did to prepare them for this change? So it would take them back there. Instead of us just jumping in immediately with fixes, we assess the situation thoroughly. Go ahead.
And then I guess from there, I would ask, who is on your third grade team? Yeah. Are we talking about veteran teachers who were in the county when they were probably on the Basel committee and chose that resource 12 years ago? Or are we talking about new teachers who are maybe 1-2 years in teaching there is no veteran on their team. So there's a little bit of, well, we know this because we've been doing it a year. So for me, I would then have that conversation. Jessica?
Yeah, I think it's also looking at what it is that's really stopping them. You know, working with teachers, sometimes it's something as ridiculous as, I want a new chair. And if I just had a new chair, or sometimes it's, I don't believe in that. Help me to understand it. And I think our role as leaders is to say, what does support for me look like? And try to dig down to find the real reasoning behind, you know, the reluctance to try. And once you know what it is, then you've got something to actually deal with and to solve.
It kind of sounds like a mastermind is part therapy, part sisterhood,
Yes,
part brotherhood, part let's
Yeah.
just get together and talk with like-minded people. And I get it. My first year of being a principal, I almost left the principalship because I felt alone. I felt I had colleagues and some of them were good, but we just didn't have that connection to be able to trust and to be able to talk through. And I wish I had a mastermind, 12 years ago when I first got into leadership. It's so important. If you really like what you're hearing, go to NAESP.org right now. On the top, there's a little tab that says menu. Click on programs and then scroll down and it says NAESP Mastermind Groups. There you can find more information. You can sign up. I want each of you to do an elevator pitch on why people should join the mastermind. Now, to be fair, the hotel we're in right now in National Harbor is like 25 stories, but we have very fast elevators. So, Jessica, give everybody your 10-floor pitch on why they should join an NAESP mastermind group.
I think I touched on it a little bit at the beginning. It's really coming together with people who have such different experiences than you that really helps you to look outside of that box that you're stuck in, and to have support and to also do really great work. The work that we've done with our buildings as a result of this is so powerful and has really supported our school communities. So it's a little bit, as we said, a little bit of therapy and support, but then also digging into the real work as what we do as leaders.
You're seeing actionable results based on the mastermind group. Yeah. Thank you for articulating that. Raine, elevator pitch.
NAESP is not just for me, but it's also for you too. When you are a part of the NAESP Mastermind, you are in a community. You're seen, you're heard, and you're propelled to the next level.
Dr. Thompson, close us out, please.
No longer work in isolation. We've got to stop working in isolation. We've got to create community of practice. You've got to meet your peers in the field who've been there, done that, are able to share all the early wins with you and tell you where the landmines are. So Mastermind is the place to be.
Yeah, we're better together. And Andrea, when you said that, I was thinking about a picture that I saw a few years ago. I was in Atlanta, Georgia at a big tech conference, and the Atlanta Braves won the World Series. Shout out to all the people in Georgia if you're Braves fans. And they had just won the World Series. And it had been about 20 years since the Braves had won the World Series. And I saw this picture of the Braves at home at the pitcher's mound. You've seen a team win the World Series. They're all dogpiling up. And all the players are out there. Players that are making $5 million, $10 million, $15 million, $20 million a year. And in the mix of the players was the bat boy. And this is not a direct correlation to a mastermind. But the point is, when everybody is part of a team, and when you have a team and you have a group of people, even if they're not in front of you in your district, in your county, in your state, they're all over the country, you do big things. The bat boy knew that he was a part of that team, and we are better together. Andrea Thompson, Raine Bradley, Jessica Zimmer, thanks for being on the show today. NAESP, thank you for all that you do. And everybody, we hope that you have an absolutely amazing day.